Come on in. Come on in here. Come on. I know I'm late, but get on in here. I'm trying to post my thing. All right, greetings. Praise ye the name of the Lord. Yes. You are tuned in. You are tuned in to Sunday Night Live, although it's a little bit like more like Monday morning. But you tuned in to Sunday Night Live with none other than yours truly, Sir William G. Mccray the Third. I apologize for being late on tonight, but y'all know that I'm a church boy, and so I'm telling you that we had some church on tonight. Greetings. Everyone, get in here. Get in here. We have so much to discuss, and there's a number of things that I want to discuss. That while I was on a little 30-day hiatus from Facebook, um, because I speak in known tongues and I speak in unknown tongues, and so I had some choice words for someone that I sometimes I just love the pettiness, and so if you come for me and I didn't send for you, and you're fat, you're black, you're ugly, you got all kind of other issues going on. I can't deal with it. And so I went in and I read this woman. She was anatomically and biologically born a woman, but she decided that I guess she had the spirit of a man that was on her. But but she was so ugly, she looked like a gorilla. So she was so ugly that wouldn't no man have wanted her. So she didn't have too many choices, but to be a lesbian. Okay, let's give respect to our Nazari Hair is one of our sponsors of Sunday Night Live. We want to, ladies and men, they have all kind of amazing units, frontals, all kind of hair. Let me also show you this. They have hair. They have oh, look, aren't these nice? Lashes. They got hair, they got lashes, they got frontals, they got bundles. Whatever you need hair wise, they have it. So definitely tell Nazari that I sent you. Again, Nazari Hair. This is their website. There's their website. You could go over there, Get your what they don't call them wigs. What they call them units. Get your unit, child. Go over there. Go over there. Get your unit. It ain't no excuse to be bald headed or gray headed or no kind of hair. Honey, you can buy you some hair. You can have we got short hair, we got long hair, we got you know what I'm saying. Let me tell you, you can it was backwards. Well, I don't know how to make it. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how to make it. I don't know. I don't. You know. I don't know. Let me just. Okay, there you go. Okay. Let me. For all you that went to public school and y'all got the y'all drove the short bus to school. NZURI. Okay. That's it. That's it. Okay? .com. Okay? So for all my slow people, if you special needs, let me NZURI. Yeah, for those of you that are retarded. Amen. Praise the Lord. We're going to help the retarded saints out. Y'all know I'm good at hateful, honey. I got a good hateful spirit. my friend told me I was an old hateful bee. I said yes. I said I'm Catherine's grandson. That's the only way I know how to be. Okay, so that's them with the hair. Then our t-shirt people. Oh my gosh, I forgot Kenny's shirt. I gotta show Kenny's shirt. I'll show Kenny's shirt this week. But anyway, this is what does it say? America is great again, and there is expressionsbar.com, expressionsbar.com. And then want to give a mention to Jimmy Martin. We thank him for his support. Who else? We got some other sponsors. Okay, so if I have overlooked you, charge it to my hat and on my head and not my heart, but keep on giving, and we'll come back next time and mention you. So greetings, you all. This is none other than your boy, Sir William. My name is Sir William G. Mccray III. If this is your first time ever joining me, then I want to thank you. I am a nationally syndicated, for those of you that don't know who I am a nationally syndicated gossip columnist. My column comes out in about maybe 35 to 50 African American owned newspapers throughout the country. I do that. And then I have a radio show that comes on daily, every day on B Talk 100. And I gossip up and give all of my thoughts and opinions and all of that on a daily basis. And then I am a blogger and I have a site. The site is so hot. The site is so hot, and it is going to be launched. It is going to be launched. I talked to my guy. We're launching the site probably before the end of the year, probably this week. All right, we're going to probably launch the site this week. I am so excited. Like and share. And it is some stuff on that site. Let me tell you. And let me tell you, we got my own server. So, let me drink to that. So, all of the sex tapes and all of the wretchedness can go up there. It can go up there and ain't nobody. Yeah, do you hear what I say? Can't nobody do nothing about it. Am I talking right? I done run out of soda already and it's so early. Okay, so we got a number of topics. Dr. Pepper tonight. So good. send those cash apps. Y'all know y'all haven't seen me over here in a month. Y'all, let me say this right now. Those of you that y'all be in my inbox and y'all be telling me, oh, I just love you and I just watch you and I enjoy you, give me some money, okay? If you enjoy me and enjoy my work and you get a good laugh and a good kiki and information, just like you can give to that other trash that y'all pay attention to and that y'all watch, all that other trash that's trying to imitate and duplicate what I do, then y'all need to give over here to the original. All right? Y'all need to give over here. Don't be telling me, oh, I just love you. Oh, you so funny. Ooh, you just cracked me up. Open up that bag. Open up. Don't tell me when you go to a restaurant, you leave a tip. Am I talking right? Oh, y'all don't like this kind of teaching. When you go into somewhere and you purchase something and you get something, then you give a tip. And if you don't give a tip, then you don't have no class. You're trash. And I don't want you nowhere around me, no kind of way. So let me tell you something. So if you enjoy what I do, and you do, that's why you're over here. Even whether you're a troll, a hater, a congratulator, whatever it is, you're over here. And since you're over here, and you can go on and you can be a blessing. Amen? So all that, don't be talking about, oh, I just love you, and I just like what you do. Some girl was telling me something about, just accept my friend because have you given me a dime? What you want me to accept? And then, see, sometimes, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to really be honest with you. Like, y'all interested in me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not interested in you. You know what I mean? So I think that's why sometimes I like Twitter and what is the other one? Twitter and Instagram. Sometimes I like them better. Oh, excuse me. Sometimes I like them better because I don't have to see what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not interested. I'm not interested. Valencia, you said you missed me. Then go on and send your cash app, honey, since you missed me. How about that? Amen. Oh, y'all don't like this kind of teaching. Come on here. We go by and we take love offerings. You know, I'm a church boy. Come on, we talk to give. The saints give. Come on here. I need $100 line. I need $100 line. Come on, y'all get up. You know, we march you. We march you when you give. Felicia said, you're interested in me because you love she said, I'm interested. Okay, so tonight we got a lot of stuff to ow, Shande, thank you. I thank you. And I'm glad that happened so that I can do the okay. Am I back? Can y'all see me? Praise God. Y'all know me and my nails, child. You be my sweet daddy Grace nails. I be having to use my knuckle and thing with my sweet. Ow! All right, so I want to thank you, Jared. Thank you, Jared Gerard, out of Washington, out of the District of Columbia. We want to thank God for him. Okay, so we got a lot to discuss tonight. I know it's late, so I don't want to hold you. I don't want to hold you long, but we got to talk about Kiera. I want to talk about a little bit about this. And while we're talking about Kiera and the marriage, I'm also, where's my Kojic people? Are you a part of the Church of God in Christ? Where's my Church of God in Christ people? Come on here, y'all respond quickly. I'm from the Black church. Call and response. When I say something, I need you to respond. When I say something, we say yes, and the folks say yes, Lord. Come on here. We say yes, and then we say yes, Lord. Come on. We call in response. We sing congregational songs. Have you tried Jesus? He's all right. Have you tried Jesus? He's all right. So when I ask you, with your retarded self, a question, then I need you to respond. No. I said, where's the Kojic people? If you're part of the Church of God in Christ, I want you to either send a thumbs up or something, because I want to talk to Church of God in Christ people. All right? And thank you, J.C. White. J.C. is an undertaker. And baby, we don't want to see J.C. because J.C. White from down there in Dallas. That's my friend, y'all. I might have to get up and get some more soda. Y'all know I want some soda. I'm messing the camera up. Well, shut up, boy. You from, that boy is from, where's that boy from? That boy is from Cincinnati. You know he's crazy. Cincinnati. Have y'all had one of them nasty hot dogs or whatever it is that they have in Cincinnati? And they got them little streets in Cincinnati, like little alleys. Look like little narrow little streets. They ain't even got no airport in Cincinnati. You got to go across the bridge to Kentucky to the doggone airport. Shut up, boy from Cincinnati. You keep on doing hair. He done learned how to. He be on his Facebook Live, doing wigs and weaves and all kind of wonders and everything. What's his name? Lattimore. That's it. Lattimore from Cincinnati. Need to be saved. Sang over there. I think he sang. Don't you sing with Ricky Dillard or somebody? Don't y'all be flying around and on buddy passes so y'all can sing with Ricky Dillard? Ain't that crazy? And he don't even believe in Jesus no more. Oh, y'all don't. Honey, I came to raise hell tonight, and I'm not going to leave no stone unturned, and I like to call names, dates, times, and places, and ain't nobody going to do nothing about it. He said, leave us alone. Look at you. And you're getting fat. I was going to tell you that. I looked at one of your videos in your salon, and you done gained about 15, 20 pounds since we've been on the pandemic. And you need to get out. Instead of stop scheduling all them clients and standing up there eating cookies and donuts and stuff while you're doing hair. And I want you to run and exercise. Take off a couple of them clients every day and run. That I looked at you. I was standing out in the park or somewhere. You big, and then the camera was down on one of your singers, and she was about big as a refrigerator. I said, Lord, what's going on? Everybody in Cincinnati is wide like a truck, and got a butt like a dump truck. I said, but anyway, that's my friend. See, I don't talk about you behind your back, baby. I talks about you in your face, honey. I tell you about yourself. I tell you you're ugly to your face. Your mama knew you was ugly when she had you, honey. When she saw you, she screamed and wanted to get you back to the doctor. She said, Lord have mercy. Because see, that was because you was born in sin. She let your old no good daddy give her some, honey. And he gave her a monster, Charlie. Baby, your daddy ain't never gave her nothing but your ugly low down tail. Wouldn't even give you child support, honey. Honey, he wanted to take you out there to the zoo and put you in a park or leave you on the street corner or somewhere. Take you somewhere and drop you off with your little ugly self, honey. Because you're ugly like homemade sin. Y'all ain't had nobody talk to you like this. I've been gone for 30 days, so let me raise hell and make up for lost time. Am I talking right? Am I talking? Like and share. Like and share. Like and share. Okay, so we got to talk about, I asked a question. See, I have great retention. I went to parochial school, and I was always in the gifted classes. So, okay, so I asked a question. I said, "Where are my members? My members of the Church of God in Christ?" Because you know what? Let's. They say I'm messy, so let's just be. We're gonna be messy for a minute because I want to talk about. We have lost so many not jurisdictional, but we have lost what? We got four. We have lost four general board bishops, and um, a prophetess. She told me, child, I almost had a nervous breakdown. She said it's only gonna be three left. I said, girl, please don't say it. So anyway, so I want to talk because well, we're going to talk about care. We're going to talk about the marriage. So and so what y'all think? But anyway, so where's my Church of God in Christ people? That's what I want to know. Where's my Church of God in Christ people? Because a young lady inboxed me, and she asked me, would I release or give my thoughts and recommendations on who should run to be on the general board? What bishops are worthy? So I want to discuss that a little bit because I was going to be quiet about it, and then I was like, I'm Sir William, so I'm not going to be quiet about it. So I want to talk about, because this is for those that may have aspirations to be on the general board. Now, if you have, let me tell you this. Let me say this. Let me say this. Let's make this clear. Let me make this clear to you. Okay? If you don't have a church, okay? If you don't have a physical edifice, okay? If you ain't in at least a strip mall, if you in a hotel, okay? If your church has metal folding chairs and it ain't in the what y'all call it, family life center, okay? If the people fold up, and if your church ain't a church every day of the week, okay? That means it's a church on Monday, it's a church on Tuesday, it's a church on Wednesday, it's a church on Thursday, it's a church on Friday, it's a church on Saturday, and then, of course, it's a church on Sunday. Now, if you don't have one of those, okay, if you are going into a hotel ballroom, hear me good, my Kojic saints, hear me. I ain't talking about people that's PAW or some off-brand something. I ain't talking about y'all. I don't know about y'all. But if you Church of God in Christ and you in a hotel, all right, if you Church of God in Christ and your church is Remnant of Faith. Who is Remnant of Faith? I know somebody that has a church called Remnant of Faith. Okay, but if your church is Macedonia, but the sign outside says Trinity Baptist, okay, if your church start at like 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, cause you coming in having church after the church that own that building had their service, Don't you run for nothing but Jesus. Okay? I don't want you, if we can't go home with you, and I would be like the extensions committee, okay? Bishop Colby out of Colorado is over the extensions committee. Amen. We send him in. When you get somebody that want to be a bishop, and see, Gilbert said you got to have 30 churches. And then so when you want to be a bishop in the Church of God in Christ, they gonna send in the team, and we gonna check you out. It used to be Bishop Aubrey Baker. I love Bishop Baker. Bishop Baker was up there in, I think he's in the Bronx, New York. I love Bishop Aubrey Baker. It used to be Bishop Baker. It used to be Bishop Joseph Gilkey. Bishop Joseph Gilkey, he was married to Mother Gladys. Oh, I just love them. They was out of Wichita, Kansas. I love Bishop and Mother Gilkey. Mother Gladys Gilkey. I used to love when Mother Gilkey would get up in the bed. Mother Gilkey would go, woo! She'd get up in the bed. That was my girl. Bishop Joseph Gilkey, he was a professional boxer, and then he got saved, and they told him he couldn't box no more because he was saved. I'm sorry. Yeah, JC said Bishop Kobe. I'm sorry, Bishop Kobe is not from Colorado. He's from Oklahoma, and JC's cousin couldn't get along with him. What's the man's name? He was a football coach. JC, what's your cousin's name? He couldn't get along with Bishop Colby, and he went over there and backslid. The devil spoke to his mind between that and them steroids he's on, because he's all super buff, and but he collapsed in his church. We know he's crazy because he's collapsed his church to follow Jackass Jakes. JC, what's your cousin name? His name is Joe he ain't no bishop. He a Mickey Mouse Donald Duck bishop. Joe Tigman or something like that. But he didn't shut his church down because he going down there to follow Jackass Jake. See, Jason's so smart. Let me tell you about Snagger too. Okay. Jake's is so dangerous. Anybody that he sees gaining any kind of and hasn't he gotten big? Ooh, child, wait a minute, let me tell you, I was looking at that gorilla on Instagram, and he was nigga sounded like a buster child. Listen, and he's sitting up there. He is gargantuan. Joel Tugman. See, he's a fool. He ain't got the Holy Ghost. Tell Joel I said he need to get saved. Child, let me tell you, Joel came. Now everybody was running around talking about Joe Tugman. Joe Tugman, he could preach and all that. And he came to Tampa. Let me tell you about the Church of God in Christ. I love us, and we raised plenty of hell. But let me tell you about the Church of God in Christ. Baby, we worse than Showtime at the Apollo. Honey, baby, Joe Tugman came to the sanctified church. And honey, if he didn't die a million deaths on that stage, and he done worked his body. Now, he got body. I will give him that. And he done worked his body. He looked like a poor imitation of Eddie Long. And child, he was sitting up there. Now, you know it's bad when the kids won't even. And you know how we shout at Abe. Child, didn't nobody move. I mean, Okay. So, anyway. All right. Are we back? So, anyway. But he didn't do well. So, anyway, let me, I should I should what you call. So, I lost my train of thought. Oh, okay. So anyway, so he didn't do good. But anyway, the kids didn't even we didn't even shout with him or whatever. I guess I don't know. They said that he got nervous or something like that. But anyway, JC. So you know it's all in good fun. So so Kiara. So Kiara got married. And posted the pictures, and I can't remember the guy's name that she married or whatever. But congratulations, 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 congratulations. So congratulations to her and the Sheard family on her new nuptials. And great that she was able to find love in the midst of the pandemic, and has a new man in her life. And so you know, a lot of people, they were, you know, my phone um, went to ringing. And you know, we can be, y'all know, I'm gonna say this, we can be so um we can be so critical, and we can critique this and critique that and his ring. And you know, look, if she wanted to marry him and he's a landscaper, or you know, shovel snow or whatever it is that he does, then hey, well, you know, if she's happy with that, then you know, let them be happy and let them be married. And so I guess because somebody, I'm not gonna say no names, but a good old supervisor, a high-ranking supervisor. So you know, y'all know, I don't deal with I only deal with folks on the platform. And so, and this one sits on the platform. It sits close to the front on the platform. And so she said, child, I visit my granddaughter, or whatever, you know. And so I say a mother. I said, mother, I don't think, because, you know, everybody is trying to say that, you know, and she addressed it. She said something about, you know, not expecting, because I guess some people were saying that they got married so fast or whatever, that she might have been, you know, expecting or whatever. So one of my good old supervisors, we on the phone. And let me tell you, everybody's on the phone because it ain't nowhere to go and nothing to do. So she said, honey, she said, I had my granddaughter, and we was on Instagram, and we was on Facebook and all of the social media. She said, honey, she held that flower, she held that bouquet in front of her belly, in every picture. She said, Mccray, she didn't take one picture without that bouquet. I said, mother. I said, mother, she had just got married. I said, mother, please. I said, well, what do you think? I said, I don't think nothing, because I don't want nothing to be said. The first thing that to be said is that William Mccray said. So I didn't say nothing. I said, mother, I didn't pay attention. I didn't know. Let me fan this thing got hot. I said, mother, I didn't pay attention. I said, but did you see the boys ran? The boys ran, couldn't even, they was rushing, because the boys ran, couldn't even get up there. I said, mother, he said that he didn't get the ring size. I didn't say nothing. So anyway, I think it's congratulations that they have, you know, that they have found love. I found love on a two-way street, and I lost it on a one-way highway. Anyway, so you know, hey, hopefully somebody want my lowdown behind. Maybe I could get married. Child, folks getting married and everything else in the midst of the pandemic. I thought it was wonderful. I just hate that Mother Sheard was not there to see it. Daddy Sheard um did the wedding and all of that. Then uh one of my when I posted the story, then one of my reads about everybody. Look, let me say this about y'all in these masks. Let me say this to y'all about this mask and social distancing and all of that. Y'all let people do whatever it is that they want to do. All y'all getting on social media and critiquing events and people going to church. If the folks want to go to church, they want to go to church. If they take their mask off, they take their mask off. If you that's on them. You control your environment. You control what you do. And don't try to indict me or other people because people may or may not choose to do it. I see people like, because I go to church. And I see people sometimes, critiquing and saying, oh, they ain't social distance. You social distance. You keep your tail at your house. Huh? Oh, y'all don't like this kind of teaching. You wrap up, tie it up, and get tangled up and everything. And you wear your mask. And you make sure the people around you wear their mask or what have you. But let's not, because one of the, and so then we were saying, so then one of the girls got on there and she responded to the mother and told her, well, maybe they just took the mask off for the pictures or whatever. We don't know. They got married. They seem to be in love. I have not. Let me say this. They said somebody has just said Jordan is college educated, a degree in business. I have not made any indictment on his credentials. I don't know him. I don't know anything about him. I was told that he had a landscaping business or whatever. I and she didn't marry. A lot of us at the Church of God in Christ, bishops marry other bishops or supervisors' children or what have you. I don't know him. I don't know anything about him. I'm not saying anything in any kind of way negative. I wish them well and congratulate them. I'm just telling you about some of the things. And I only feel comfortable saying it because she addressed it. She addressed it and she made it clear in an Instagram post that they had not been sexually active or whatever. They probably have consummated their marriage by now, I'm sure. But so she addressed it, and as it's to my understanding that she's very open with her fans and with her followers and things of that sort, and she addressed that that she was still ministrating. So I mean, and she didn't have to do that. She didn't have to do that. So congratulations to them. But I did think it was funny that one of the supervisors that I'm close to was saying that. And then because I thought after mother, y'all know, after mother said that, then I went back. Then I went back and I was like, I said, mother. I said, what you doing, baby? She said, honey, I was watching Judge Judy. What did you look at them pictures, Mccray? I said, mother, I looked at the pictures, honey. She said, did you see that she, I said, mother, I saw it. I said, well, you know, I had to call you back and tell you that you was right, baby. So anyway, but so I just thought it was funny. Y'all be paying attention to every minor detail. I was just like, oh, just crazy. So, um, okay, so I, okay, so those of us, is any of the Church of God in Christ saints on? No one has ever said anything. And let me give a shout out. Oh, okay. Hinder says, I wear my mask to protect me and others. It's the fair and considerate thing to do. Okay. Well, very good, honey. And you wear your mask. I want you to put a whole hood. I want you to put a whole, I want you to cover up your whole face. I want you in a full shroud. Okay? I want you to come out like, I want you to come out like the Muslim women. Honey, I want you in a full jihad. I don't want you to come out with nothing but black on, honey. I want you to have a full shroud on. I want you to have a full shroud. Let me see. I want you to I want you to be all the way. I want you to be all the way. I want you to be all the way wrapped. I want you to put a full shroud on, honey. I don't want you to I don't want to see nothing but your eyes. And have it black. I want it to be black. Don't have it no other color. I want you to be fully wrapped. Oh no, don't you come out with nothing. This is it. This is all we I want you to have a full shroud on, honey. You better put I don't want you to, don't you come out with nothing and have on all black and have it draped all the way down to the floor. Honey. Have it draped all the way down to the floor. You got a mask on. You got your mask on and be in flip-flops and shorts. Honey, I want you to be fully draped. Be fully, because it's in the air. It's airborne. It's airborne. It's airborne. It's catching. It's the bubonic plague. It's going to kill you, baby. It's going to kill you. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Thank you that he kept you. That he kept you another day. Oh, I thank God. Thank you, Jesus, that he kept. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you that he didn't let me get it. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Ooh, I was clowning, but that thing hit me. Let me tell you something, baby. Let me tell you something. They said that when I was a freshman, all of the Morehouse men, they said, look to your right and look to your left. They said, the person sitting next to you, they won't be here when it's time for commencement. And baby, let me tell you with Corona, honey, you can look to your right, ow, and look to your left. And let me tell you some of them ain't here no more. Huh? Some of them is gone. They was put in one of them bags and in a refrigerator truck and then it had a graveside funeral. Didn't even had a drive-by or whatever. Honey, didn't even have a proper burial. Okay, so okay, so okay, so I'm just gonna go on and put it out here. I'm just gonna go on and say this. I'm gonna go on and say it because ain't nobody else gonna say it. Church of God in Christ people, Do you all think drum roll. Do y'all think Drew gonna be the next presiding bishop? I'm just gonna go on and say it. Do y'all think John Drew Sheard, Karen's husband, do y'all think he's gonna be our next presiding bishop? I'm just gonna throw it out there. I'm gonna be the one bold enough to say it. I don't think no other blogger has talked about it. You not shut up, Sean Dion Bryant. You over there in that watered down organization that mentally ill man named Paul Sylvester Martin, who grew up Church of God in Christ and left us because he got hooked up with a woman from the projects in New Orleans and wasn't able to come back. Bishop Ford didn't want him back and wouldn't let him back. And now all of them except CL was old Baptist pastors. You hush your mouth telling us who gonna be our leader. That crazy man is don't know whether he going or coming, and so insecure he can't even let Joseph Walker lead that little Mickey Mouse Donald Duck organization y'all started in '96. Folks been walking off from him since he started the organization, crawling around on the floor over there in Ellis Church, went crazy, lost his mind, and been crazy ever since. Don't tell me. I want you to stay over there with them Baptist folks. Y'all ain't even saved. Y'all still cuss and smoke. Where's somebody cook? Okay, wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. Who is this? Somebody's on there saying that it's a fellowship. It ain't even a denomination. It's off brand. We've been working 100 years, baby, since slavery. Wait, he gonna say, wait, but come see me then. Come and see me. I'm ready to see. I owe you a behind whipping anyway. I owe you a good whipping anyway. Come and he said, wait until I see you. I'm gonna come over there to that parking lot. I'm gonna come over there to that parking lot where your pastor is sitting out on the parking lot, and DeKalb County gonna arrest him because he out there and over there and them folks in them projects over there. They say y'all keep up too much noise, and they sick of y'all out there hollering and screaming and carrying on. It's the most retarded thing. They got drive up church. It looked like the drive-in, and then when Jimmy go to preach. When Jimmy go to preaching, then they go to blowing their horn. I ain't never seen nothing so ridiculous in my life. I wish I would drive up to church. Y'all crazy. If you have church in the parking lot, you need to go. Let me tell you something. If y'all have a church in the parking lot, from New York, what is it? This land is your land, this land is my land, from the New York Island to the Gulf. Let me tell you, from wherever you from, if y'all are driving up in the parking lot during this pandemic and having church in the parking lot, let me tell you, I want you tonight to go to the mental institution. Because there's something wrong with your mind. Okay, let me make it very, very clear to you. If you all are driving up and your people are setting up speakers and sound systems, and y'all driving up like how they used to drive up to the drive-in, and then if y'all blow y'all horn, if y'all are doing that on a Sunday basis, I don't care who it is. don't care if Bishop Blake is driving. You crazy. Okay? And you need to be institutionalized. All right? If you haven't drive-up church, you are crazy. I did tell them I said that they crazy. Okay? And he got a big old coliseum of a church, so it's plenty of room to spread out and do whatever. Drive it up. You might as well. And then, wait a minute, my friend. One of my friends' daddy, they got his daddy's a bishop, and they got him a chair. And set him out in a chair. And his crazy members drove by him, and he served the sacrament. He served communion to the folk in the car. You're crazy. You're crazy. Your mind is bad, okay? Your mind is bad. And you need to go to the hospital. You need to be in a jacket. You need to be in a straight jacket. You need to be in a padded cell. You, your pastor, and all his crazy members that's driving, and then they blow the horn. Baby, I ain't driving. I ain't going to drive-up church. I don't like to drive-in movie. You know I ain't going to the drive-in church. I'm not going to no drive-in. Okay, so y'all think Drew ready? Y'all for real? I'm for real. I'm for real. Let's have this discussion for a minute. Do y'all think John Drew Sheard is going to be our presiding bishop? For real. Let's all joking aside, let's have the discussion. I'm trying to see so the consensus is out that when okay, we got somebody says Brandon Bret Hart Porter, Bishop Willie Lee Porter's son, the late Bishop Willie Lee Porter's son is we got okay, come on here, we got one Baptist boy saying Drew. Now we got Brandon. We got one for Brandon. Come on here, cause I'm gonna put my poll on the site. And then okay, so now who else? Okay, what about Jerry Wayne Macklin? Wait a minute. She said he has no scandals. She said Drew has no scandals. Okay, so we got another one for Sheard. I got another one for Sheard. I got another one for Drew. I got Drew with 3. Okay, come on. Who else? Cedric Daniels, never. That's not going to happen, honey. That's not going to happen. He's a single man, never had been married, never had any children. It's too many clouds of suspicion. Okay, we got another one for Macklin. Okay. JC is so stupid. JC dumb as hell. JC said Bishop C.H. Mason. Okay, so we got another one. Freddie Strong is from California. We got another one for Macklin. We got a tie here. Come on here. Okay, we got Drew. We got Macklin. We got Drew. I'm going to do like the auction block. Okay, Drew. Sheard. We Sheard, 3 on Sheard. We got 3 on Macklin. Okay, and then we got 1 on Brandon. Who's coming up? Anybody for Daryl Hines? I need somebody to say Daryl Hines out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Anybody? Okay, we got another one for Drew. We going with 4 on Drew and 3 on Macklin. three on Macklin. Okay, so anybody for Hines? Anybody for Hines? Anybody? Do I hear Hines? Hines is up. Come on, Hines. I don't hear anybody saying Hines. Okay, we got another one for Macklin. Drew got 5. Macklin got 4. Come on here. Anybody else? Who else? No on Hines. No on Hines. St. James says no on Hines. Okay. They say Hines. Chadwick says Hines ain't ready. Okay, wait a minute. This is a live auction. We got Drew. We got Drew. Only one for Porter. Okay, who else on there? What about Dr. Lawrence Wooten? Dr. Lawrence Wooten out of St. Louis, Missouri. Any votes for any votes for him? Any votes? Come on, y'all. Come on. We might as well have some fun with it. We might as well. Anybody else first? Okay, so do y'all? Okay, so they say, hey, somebody said Hades, no, he barely can move. And then somebody, oh, this crazy person, Earl is no longer in the Church of God in Christ. Please. They say Wooten is too, he's sanctified. Dr. Lawrence Wooten is sanctified, him and Shirley. Yes. Yes, the only thing about him, Shirley was his wife's caretaker, and he married her. But, people do that because Ambassador Andrew Young married Carolyn, and Carolyn was the best friend to Ambassador Young's wife. Okay, Wooten is Steve. Wooten is Steve. Okay, so then, well, what about Daddy McKinney, George Dallas McKinney, out of San Diego. Nobody voting for him. Nobody voting for him. Come on here. Where the Saints at? They say okay. So we got one for McKinney. Okay. Y'all ain't having no fun. I don't know. So do y'all? Okay. So do you think? I'm trying to think. So you think? Okay. Let's be 100. Okay. So do you think? Does Karen give y'all the effervescence of a Louise? Does she give you this? Because now Lou, because Gilbert said Louise was his wife. See, we ain't never had no hooping first lady now. See, that platform is dignified. Come on here. That Keon Henderson. Who is that? Why do I know? Oh, he's so stupid. You so stupid. He just lost his wife. His wife, she got tired. See, I like her. I like when them women lead them men. They don't be playing. See, she wasn't gonna play no game. She wasn't gonna sit up there and be looking stupid and know he. They say Karen ain't even they. But now, see, we ain't never had that. Karen hoops. Karen takes that mic and she hacks with it. See, we ain't never had it. You know what? We ain't never had no first lady carry on like that. They stand up and they give us glamour. They give us glamour and wide brills. They give us wide brills in St. John's. I don't know about no hooping first lady. They say no. No, she's Karen and we love her. Okay. Okay, they say they was the first one I've ever seen shout. Okay. Wait a minute. So I'm just saying, I'm just asking the questions. We're just asking. We just we're just asking. We're just asking. This is all in good friend. This is all in good fun. So y'all think. And then I'm trying to think. Have we ever outside? What we've never. Okay, you know. Yeah, she hacks. They say, wait a minute, Chadwick says Karen is what we need. For real? For real. They all shout at local gatherings, very few shout at national. That's right. That's right. Okay, so Markovian is correct. You know how we behave at our local church, and then when we go to the national meeting. But you know what, Markovia, you shouting at the fool and revive a fire. I be wanting you now. You a pastor, you gonna have to sit your tail down. You have to sit your. You gonna have. Well, you can't come to nothing no more because you not Church of God in Christ no more. Okay, no, no. The presiding bishop cannot come from another organization. That will never happen. It would never be. That's just one thing that disappointed me about Morehouse. We got a Morehouse president, and the school been going downhill. Since we got a Morehouse, how can a man lead the house that never lived there? And so I don't even want to go into that. No, no. Nope. You can't come from the outside. You got to be born. You got to be born in the church. You got to be born. It's got that. Yes, Lord, got to be down. Yes, Lord, got to be down. Now, you know the unfortunate part is there's no more sons of Dad Mason. Okay, so I don't know. So they say yes, she is scandal free. And she is scandal free. Karen and Bishop Drew Shear. No, we cannot have a presiding bishop outside of the 12. You have to be a jurisdictional bishop for 5 years before you can run to be on the general board. And then you have to be on the general board before you can run to be presiding bishop. Okay, will Macklin make a Vanessa? Will Vanessa Macklin make a good first lady? I like Vanessa, and I loved her Mother Wells. I like Vanessa. She's classy. She's classy. She's very dignified. She's very articulate. Um, you know, and you know we like her. We like her. So what? Who can utter in tongues like no other? I don't know. Do we want do you want your first lady doing all that? Okay. So we got another one voting for Macklin. Okay, Macklin got Drew up. We got one up. All right. So anyway, I don't know. I just wanted to throw it out there. Okay, so it looks like it'll be Drew and Jerry going head to head. Okay? So it looks like it's going to be Drew and Jerry with Jerry Wayne Macklin. They're going to go head to head. Now, 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 have y'all seen and know how over on Tennyson, how well Macklin has built up that whole area from his old church and that whole area over by his church. Okay, how heavy is Blake's endorsement? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if Drew's accomplishments in Detroit matches what Jerry Wayne Macklin has in Hayward, because Macklin work is not as large and to the magnitude of Bishop Blake's, but it is not very far behind. It is not. It is not very far behind. Bishop Macklin has accomplished and did a great deal. Now, the only thing about Macklin is that Macklin is very traditional. You know, he doesn't believe in divorce, and he's very traditional. So I don't know where that will put men in the church, and like when he makes appointments and stuff. So it'll be interesting. Jerry has way more accolades than Drew. Drew is just more popular because of his. Ooh, I just read the comment. I didn't say it. So when y'all go back and watch the tape and see, I just read a comment that came in from Christopher. Yes, Lord. He got the name out of the Bible, St. James. He said, Jerry got way more. I didn't say it. I'm just reading what the thing said. I didn't say that. So he said he's more popular because of. Now let me ask you this. Do y'all think? Okay, so let's say this. Let's say hypothetically speaking. Hypothetically speaking, because now y'all know I talk to a lot of the old saints, and okay, so some of the older saints are on the fence because some of the older saints are still offended by the movie and the depiction of the church with Dr. Mattie Moss Clark. A lot of your older saints ain't got over that, y'all. Now, y'all watched the movie. So a lot of y'all, and I will say this, if it ain't a virtual election, just because he is popular amongst young people, that's not who stays for General Assembly. The old church, the money people in the church, they have the money to stay for the 14 days and go to General Assembly. Y'all coming in on Friday and getting out of there Monday, and y'all not voting no way. So y'all don't know a lot of the people, that are saying things. They don't know the core of the church. We know the core. We only have about 3,000 to 5,000 people that stay over and for the meeting of the General Assembly. Okay, so don't get it twisted. And a lot of the older saints did not. Older people don't believe in airing your dirty laundry. Am I talking right? And so some of them had very serious problems because the depiction was of J.O. Sr. Okay? And, you know, people, and then, now this is the other question. Would Karen be able to do as an artist? Would she be able to do and behave in the manner that she does? Like, they wear pants sometimes. They associate with a lot of secular artists. Like at her birthday thing, Faith Evans sang. Faith had all that cleavage out. I'm just saying, would she? Would Karen be able to? Now the sisters have recently come back together. They have recently come back together. They singing together. They're performing together. They was just on. What was it? They just did something for Oprah Winfrey and what have you. Okay, you said that's her job. Will we allow our First Lady, our international First Lady, the presiding bishop's wife, shake, rattle, and roll on some of these stages? No. I think, Lena, now what you have to do is you have to come out of your emotion. You got to come out of your emotion. You got to come out just because you like somebody, and then to be on that platform in that seat. I just don't think so. Okay, I'm gonna just ask you this: some of the settings that you have seen Karen in, would you see Louise? When have you seen publicly Louise Dowdy Patterson in a pair of pants? I don't care if they were St. John's or not. When have you, outside of a couple of pictures like with Sabrina Ellis, Cookie came and she was at her house and she had a pair. When have you seen that? Some of the stages and some of the things that she does, now maybe she'll just not do them anymore. Okay, go to their lives. Do you see Lady May on social media? I'm just asking. Okay, wait a minute. Y'all, because I know y'all getting mad. I know y'all getting mad. Am I waking the saints up? Okay, well, I would rather see Karen being herself other than Jerry's wife. She's a bit manly. Why you say that Vanessa is manly? I thought you was just on Jerry's side. She's not. She's refined. Okay. We learned this firsthand with leadership in Florida. Okay. What you call says she'll adapt. Linwood Cooper says exactly. I don't know what he's saying exactly too. Okay, Chadwick says Louise isn't an artist, and I have seen her in pants several times. Lady May as well. Okay, so where did you see him in pants at? Where have you seen our first ladies in pants? Because I know you don't travel to church more than I do. I know that. And outside of in their home and in a very personal and intimate setting, you haven't seen that. And then, I mean, pants is not necessarily that big of a deal. Okay, so we got somebody on says, I gotta say you are correct. I hope to God Bishop Drew does not win. The Clarks are already doing the most. Wait a minute, what else he said? Wait a minute, he said the Clarks are already doing the most. Ooh, child, y'all gonna have me in so much. Y'all gonna have me in so much trouble as a result of this. They are already doing the most in Kojic and popular enough movies, music, etc. Why does he gotta be the bishop too? Too much. Ooh. Oh Lord, they said it was too much, Lord. They said that what's his name? David out of Ohio, by way of Atlanta. He said it's too much already. Wait a minute. Okay, Chadwick. I need some people to jump on and that's got some realistic. Go to the church's site, several community service venues, and you're right, pants isn't a big deal. No, I don't really think. I don't really think pants. I don't think. Okay, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. Um, I don't. It's certain depictions of spiritual leaders that I don't want to see. I don't want to see a man that says he's a bishop in a tank top on his social media page. I don't care if you a bishop, I don't need to see you in the gym working out. If you work out and you work your body and work out in your private time. I don't need to see you in the gym working out. Okay? You want the title, but you don't want the responsibility. You want the title, but you don't want to live up to what that means. Oh, I can't hear nobody. I can't hear nobody. I hope you already cash out me because I know you're gonna get mad. Okay, Christopher St. James says Drew's church is just television, no anointing. Watch the live. You know what? You know what? See, Christopher St. James, let me say this to you. You so double minded. One minute you for Jerry Wayne, then the next minute you killing him, talking about his wife is Vanessa is manly, and now you over here that I want you to get on one side. So I'm just saying because like Linwood and Stephanie, they have a page together, and she exercises. And I just think it's totally inappropriate for a bishop's wife to be in spandex exercising and sweating on social media. I think it's awful. I mean, he's now what you did, and your man was a superintendent. Is not how you can behave when he's a jurisdictional bishop. It's just not. I mean, I'm getting it in. I'm getting it in. Who want to hear a bishop's wife talk about she getting it in? What you getting in, honey? No. No. If you and the women's group at the church got an exercise class, y'all exercise, but that we don't need to see that. I'm just, maybe I'm just too old-fashioned and too traditional. I don't need to see the bishops in shorts and in Jamaica and chilling on the beach and you got shorts on and you post it up, but then you want somebody to say bishop to you. Come on here. Okay, this is what somebody says. This is what somebody is saying. She says the church of today is entertainment than the church of yesterday. where are the paper Bibles save churches? And then, yeah, where are they? Where's anybody getting healed? When have you seen a blind eye come open? When have you seen somebody deaf leave out hearing? You ain't seen that, and you ain't gonna see it. Y'all don't like this kind of teaching. My cash app is Sir William G. Mccray III. Go on and send your offering, cause you ain't seeing that. You ain't saying that. You got a bunch of people talking about they bishop this and they apostle that, and they can't even pray a headache away. What's my next topic? My next topic is also we're gonna pick this back up because we're gonna go over some of the names of the people that we think should run to be on the general board. Okay, so Kanye West choir is suing him for $1 million. They done traveled all over the country and they have not been paid and what have you. I don't know. What y'all think about that? Because I really, I thought at one point maybe Kanye had really gotten sincere. Maybe he was really, down for God and what have you. And then it's like you keep hearing this strange stuff and he's not, doing right. So it'd be interesting. Hopefully, since it was, ministry and church related, hopefully they'll be able to settle up and, the saints, if they're saints, can stay out of church or stay out of court, especially stay out of the world's gut. All right, let's go to my next topic. Leandria Johnson, divorce. All right, so, Leandria Johnson's divorce. Okay, so was she really married? Because it was so much confusion as to whether or not she was divorced from, and then she's got like 5 children by different men or whatever, and so I didn't know. But anyway, so they sent one of the members of my street committee sent over her Instagram post, and she was saying that she's divorced and that she's going to be all right. So, all right. And, so what do we say? What do y'all still say about the saints and divorce? What does it say? What does it say about God? What does it say about marriage? What does it say about faith? What does it say about, because, if your pastor gets divorced and he has made a vow before God and man to take you as his lawfully wedded wife, to have and to hold, for in sickness and in health, for richer and for poor, for better or for worse, well, can you really lead me? And, let's just talk about this whole gospel thing. So gospel music is just a genre of music. It's not like we're expecting gospel artists to be saved, live holy, live sanctified. Juanita Bynum is not even a good example with you trying to be sarcastic, Sean, because Juanita got drugged and beat up by her husband. He physically abused her. I don't think Leandria was physically abused. Okay? Okay, so this one person, Quentin Ford, says, quick question, because they are bishop, does that mean they are not human and unable to show people have human moments, i.e. working out, vacation, or just enjoying life? Seems to me when they show who they are outside the church, they are more relatable. Just a question. I think no. No, I disagree with you totally, wholeheartedly, and absolutely completely. I think that when you want to step into, the Bible says that it is good for a man to want to seek the office of a bishop, and that he should be blameless. He should be above reproach. He should be the husband of one wife, and so on and so forth. And I think that once you take that office, that there's some things that you used to do that you don't do no more. When you got saved, if you're saved, there's some things that saved men and saved women don't do. Come on here. And so when you decided that you wanted to seek the office of being a bishop, then that's when you made the decision that you was going to be set apart. That's y'all's problem. The Bible says that we are a royal nation. We are a nation set apart on a hill. We are a peculiar people. We're not supposed to shake our tail. We're not supposed to do the things that the world does. If you're clean, then why you want to act and look nasty? If you're holy and sanctified, then why do you want to look like the world? The world should see a desire and see God in you. And there should be nothing that you're doing that is a distraction from seeing the Lord. You wanted to be, and these men wanted to be a bishop. You ain't supposed to be running around relating. And no, you don't need to relate, because you need to have respect and reverence for the man of God. And the man and woman of God should act as such. Everybody don't need to see you shaking your tail. Everybody don't need to see your big wide behind bent over some machine working out. Work out in private. You don't need to see that. That's what's the problem. You're too common with leaders. And that's why the behavior and the demise of the church and all of this stuff is going on. Because you don't have no reverence. You don't have no respect. You're dumb and you're stupid. Talking about you asking me a question. You're dumb. Don't ask me no stupid question. Okay. Leandria always keeps a spare. I think it's horrible for him not to pay. I think it is too. I think it is. They flew all over the country and what have you. They should be compensated. They were singing and whatever their arrangement was. Okay, I think it's horrible for them not to pay him. If their agreement was made, he is wealthy enough to keep the monetary commitment. Absolutely. Okay. She's a coon, teach. Come on, sir. All right, you got to discern the spirit. All right. Somebody says teach. Oh, I know I'm talking right. Randy says, check your cash app. I had to sew on this word. Thank you, Randy. I appreciate you. Yeah, I don't need to see you in those forms. I know you wash your clothes. I know when you take your shirt off, it's a ring around the collar because you human. But I don't need to see you behaving in ways that are common and inappropriate. I was very close to our former presiding bishop, Bishop Chandler David Owens. Wonderful man. At his home, he had shorts and flip-flops and T-shirts and things like that at home, casually dressed. That was because I was close enough and to be in those intimate settings and in his home. But you never saw Bishop out in dressed and like that, and certainly not something that you should see displayed on social media. I need to see God in you. I need to see and reverence and respect you as a man of God, as a leader, as a leader and a person that is sanctified. You sitting up there pumping iron and carrying on and sweat rolling off your body and glistening, what you call Stephanie running, I'm getting it in, sweat running all down in between her breath. You don't need to see it. And if you want to sit in that high seat, there's a price. You don't behave and do everything and anything and look any kind of way and dress any kind of way. And that's your problem. You want to do what you want to do. You want to do everything. All grown people going to hell. You ain't never seen nowhere. You find a scripture in the Bible where it says that Jesus said to my grown people. He always said to beloved. He always said, be humble, be like a lamb, like a sheep. A sheep is a dumb animal. It does what the shepherd tells them to do. You ain't supposed to be moving and doing on your own. You supposed to be moving and following God and following your leader as your leader follows the Lord. Oh, y'all don't like this kind of teaching. You want to do what you want to be in the world. You want one foot in the world, and you want to be like Darryl Walls and kissing and licking on a man in the mouth, and then you want to sing gospel and say it's all right. The Bible says in the last days that men is gonna call wrong right and call right wrong. It's a pandemic going on, and y'all on social media talking about it's beautiful for him to kiss his man, and folks is dying all around you like flies. Every time you go on social media, you see rest in peace. This one checking in and checking out, and then you want to say in the midst of all of this, when we should be praying and drawing on God, folks losing houses, folks losing cars, folks losing jobs, and everything. We've seen the economy in shambles, and you want to say that this is all right? You are fool, and you on your way to hell. You better get your tail sanctified. You sitting up wanting to kiss somebody. You want to come out. Baby, come out. This is the time. You want to wave your flag, baby, while death is all around you, while folks is checking out of here and fighting for their life. But honey, this is the time to call on God. This is the time to draw nigh. This ain't no time to be playing. This ain't no time to be backsliding. This ain't no time to be slipping and dipping. Baby, you better be calling on Jesus. Because they here today and gone tomorrow. They here today and gone today. This coronavirus is taking them out of here. Talking about, oh, it's just beautiful. And what's the girl? She's so dumb talking about anointing. Let me tell you something about the anointing. Let me tell you something. You cannot be anointed and in sin simultaneously. The Bible, y'all have a dumb understanding of the word. He says, study. Timothy said, study to show thyself approved, rightly dividing the word of truth. You are not in sin and simultaneously anointed at the same time. The devil is a lie. The Bible says that the gift and the calling is without repentance. You can be in sin and still gifted. You can be in sin and still have a calling over your head and over your life. But you cannot operate and be anointed and in sin. Not operating in open sin. No, you cannot. You might fall. An anointed man may fall and make a mistake. But you are not sitting up living in open shame and anointed. And I thought Erica had a better understanding of the word than that. Put up the thing, oh, anointed, you in a good place. How you in a good place? Folks is dying. Coronavirus is killing them by the thousands. The Bible says righteousness exalt, holiness without which, follow peace with all men, and holiness without which nobody is going to see them. Righteousness exalts a nation, but a sin is a reproach to any people. And y'all want to run around and talk about that this ain't no time. This ain't no time. When you got something airborne running around where you just breathe it in, and folks is getting sick and checking out of here. Are y'all watching the news? Are you watching the numbers? Are you watching the people that don't have ventilators? Are you watching it? And you want to sit up and talk about all of this foolishness that we see is all right? Oh, you're living in your truth. Oh, okay. And you're going to die in it too. And you're going to lift your eyes up in hell. Anything and everything is supposed to go, oh, that's right. But that's what they said in the word. He said they're going to be eating and drinking and making merry. You're going to be eating and drinking. Get in the book. It's in there. They're going to be eating and drinking and making merry. And then that's when the Son of Man, that's when he's going to appear. Baby, while you partying. I was talking to Nicholas Dixon. He's 47 years old. He's 47 years old. Lives with a woman and her 6 children. Don't even have his own place. 47. Nick, I want them to send this to you. And so he's 47 and doing things that is a reproach. Now you get up out of church on Sunday night dancing, and then you go to the gay bar called the Den on the same Sunday night in the midst of a pandemic. Oh, y'all don't like this kind of teaching. You gonna leave church and was just at the altar shouting and dancing, and then you want to go and shake your ass in the gay bar. Baby, you playing a dangerous game. You got to, the Bible says there's a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof, you can play all you want to. Baby, when you laying there fighting for your life, and you can't even have your mama and daddy come and see you, and you laying there on a ventilator, and your soul is hanging in a balance, caught twixt and between heaven and hell, and it's you. Well, I think I broke my nail hitting this thing. Oh no, I didn't. Thank you, Jesus. Don't they look nice? I said, you know, I love Sweet Daddy Grace. And baby, you on a ventilator caught between heaven and hell. And your soul, baby, these folks with this coronavirus, they so sick they don't know night from day. They don't know night from day. Don't know if they waking up or coming or going. Brenda, she can tell you. Brenda be in and out of the hospital. But God spares her life. We called on God for Brenda Lily Fitzgerald. This ain't no time. This ain't no time to be playing. This ain't no time. This time to be drawing and getting down on your knees and calling and saying, yes. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Help me, Jesus. Cover me in the blood. This is the time for that. This is that. It ain't no time to be wanting to shake your ass. You want a girlfriend and a boyfriend. You want to groove. You want to do your thing. You want to get out. They saying 6 feet. 6 feet away, and you want to get 6 feet on top. Baby, they said 6 feet away, so you won't be 6 feet under. And these folks is going under. They going under. Do you plan on surviving? Do you plan on getting on the other side of the pandemic? Y'all don't like this kind of teaching. I don't know what sent me that vein, but I went on there. All right. Are you still with me? How long have I been on here? It's time for me to get off. And shouts out. I think Nick came on and said something about my hat. Thank you. Thank you. That's my friend. Thank you. Okay, who else is this? Calling. I calls names. I calls names. I calls names, dates, times, and places. Said the man, he just met the man at church, and the man wanted him to. Now you a man. You a man. You got a full penis and 2 testicles. You a man. Anatomically, biologically, psychologically, and emotionally, you a man. Okay. So he gonna tell me that he just met some man named Tribbett or whatever that was from South Carolina, and he wasn't gonna go. Now he's a shyster and a liar because he runs around. He been running around with this boy, this fat gay boy that's like a wild pig, just a wild bull. And and so I asked Nicholas Dixon, I said, what's going on with you? Because I was looking at some of his posts on social media, and it wasn't the saved guy, that I knew of him to be. So I just, I'm Sir William. I don't have any problem asking you your business. I ask you your business. And so, I asked him, I said, what's going on with you? Because I was seeing a different spirit, and I didn't think it was inappropriate. I just thought, what's going on? Are you backslidden? Are you still with the Lord? Are you, and then when you started, so then this is how, because a lot of people, I guess, because maybe I'm into fashion and I got, long hair and stuff like that. But let me tell you something. It's got to be down on the inside. You can be into fashion. You can look like Michael. You can dress and what have you. But you still got to be saved. You got to be holy. You got to. I don't care. I don't care how sharp I'm ever. I ain't never too sharp. Come out of hat. Come out of whatever and shout and dance and praise him, and it don't matter. I said, what's going on? And so then he's gonna say that the musician that you just met him. You just met him before Thanksgiving, and you gonna let him cash app you. Gonna let him cash app you some money. And then you went to South Carolina and stayed in his house. You think, do I look like a fool? Do I look like a fool? You went up there to sin. But it's all right though. Baby, when you start calling and begging God, these folks with that coronavirus, baby, they begging God. And then the thing that's now this is the part that's so cold about it. Y'all want to know what's so cold about it while I'm here and on this topic. This is the part that is so cold. You can't even get a decent burial. Some states and some places, you can't get no more than 25 people. You got bishops, folks that's been giving their entire life to Christ, got big churches, had look at Bishop Matthew Williams, Brown Memorial. Who would have ever thought that we would file across a bishop? Our bishops have three services. They have a local, a jurisdictional, and a national, because he was a local pastor, he was a jurisdictional leader, and then he served the national church. And all three of those offices are worthy of celebration. And we walking past and bishops having graveside services. You can shake and dance. You can eat and drink and make merry all you want to. But he gonna step out. He gonna at the very moment that you won't even think. When you least expect it, he gonna step out and put one foot on land and the other one on immortality. The moon gonna turn to blood, and the sun is gonna refuse to shine. Y'all don't like this kind of teaching. See, they don't preach like that no more. I don't see no comments now. You done got quiet. It ain't no comments now. It ain't no comments. Everybody want to be quiet. Everybody want to be quiet. You want to go on and act like life is normal. You want to act like life is business as usual. Oh, okay. Okay. It's business as usual till that death rattle get in your throat, baby. That girl on Instagram, she said it just hurts to breathe. It hurts to talk. It hurts. Her body was just racked with pain. She said it felt like a Mack truck had hit her. Oh, but I want him to keep me. Oh, Big Mama used to say, "Oh, to be kept." I want him to keep me. I don't want to find out. Dude, but y'all keep on. Find you a woman to curl up with and kiss on social media and post it all over the world in the midst of the pandemic. You a girl, and I want you to find you another woman. I want you to kiss her, to put your tongue down her throat on social media, baby. I want you to lean with it and rock with it. I want you to do it, baby. Do everything you're big enough and bad enough to do. Oh, but when the corona gets you, when cancer hits your body, you don't know what's growing in your body. One of the girls, she sent me a thing, and she said pray for her because she had a cancer. Cancer had got under her breast, and then they found a tumor on her brain. Cancer running through her body. You don't know what's growing on you while you shaking your ass, while you with your man. While you curled up and laid up, while you getting it in. Get it in. Get it in, baby. Get it in. And ain't nobody gonna even be able to come and visit you in the hospital. Ain't nobody gonna be there they ain't gonna even let your mom and daddy come in the hospital while you laying up in there dying, honey. You gotta die by yourself. You ain't gonna even be able to see your children. I drink to that. Okay. So, I want to talk about this. Because I don't understand. And I'm not going to be long, but I don't understand what was the big deal of the picture of Smokey Norfolk's son laying on his father and going to sleep. What's the issue with Wiz Khalifa kissing his son and telling him good morning? I don't understand what the issue is. And we're so used to seeing and talking about black fathers being absent You see these fathers being fathers and showing love and affection to their son, and society has become so sick. We so sick in our minds that we immediately go to something perverted. Come on, y'all. If you a man and you have a son, hold your son, hug your son, kiss your son, tell your son that you love him, and reinforce him. We are living in uncertainty. I thought it was wonderful. Wiz Khalifa, he can say black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. He can be a hip hop artist, but he is a father. He is mature. Smokey Norfolk is a singer and a man of God and a pastor. You don't know what his son may have been going through. You don't you know what I'm saying? I'm grown. I love to crawl up in my parents' bed. That's some of the best sleep ever. Cause when they not here, what you gonna do then? You know, when your mom and dad is gone. I know a lot of y'all that mama is gone, daddy gone right now. What you wouldn't give to be able to to feel your mama or daddy hold you. Y'all get so critical and so sick and have made so many things that are nice and wonderful. Y'all done made them bad. You know. Okay, so this was funny. I can't say the names. I can't say the names, but two church girls got into it. I'm gonna say this and this is gonna be my last topic. This is gonna be my last time. I've been on here almost 2 hours. This is gonna be. I'm gonna do 10 minutes on this, and I'm getting off. So two church girls got into it. One is a minister, and the other one is the daughter of a noted minister. So I want to ask you. I want to ask y'all. I want to ask this question right here. Okay. Well, I'm going to go on and just say their names. I'm going to go on and say their names. Okay. Siobhan Sellers, and Rachel Kirkshaw. They got into it. And the folks was sending me, they was screenshotting and sending me the stuff. So, okay, so apparently, Rachel Kirkshaw posted a picture of her in a black tulle dress. Okay? And so, I guess Siobhan either screenshot the picture or she was trying to send a picture to Ashley out of Detroit. And so, okay, so this is so messy, right? So, come to find out, Siobhan sent the picture back to of her talking about Rachel to Rachel. She sent the picture to Rachel. Oh my gosh. And y'all, it just went into a firestorm. So my thing is, now that hasn't happened to me. I have never sent anybody, or sent the person I was talking about something, but I have, like, on the phone, you know how you click over and then you start talking about somebody or whatever, and then you click back and you like, child, that was just so and so, so and so, and da, 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 da. I have done that, and then I've had to say, "Ooh, that's you." Oh, okay. So anyway, so the question was whether or not you, do you apologize? And so all of the discussion was that, like, a lot of people were saying that they expected more of Siobhan, and and then some people were saying, I don't know, I guess Siobhan apologized, but she said, she apologized, but she said, well, I've heard different things that you have said about me. So I'll just, you know what, I'll say this. I'll say this. Um, Social media can sometimes be dangerous. And, you know, um, your apology never meets the level of offense. It never equates. Like, your apology will never be equal to how or whatever you offended. So, some people were saying that she turned it around, and, and what have you, and, so anyway, it was just, I just thought it was kind of, um, I thought it was funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought it was funny because it's like, dang, how do you send the very person you talking about the 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 message, and then Rachel responded and said, "I don't think you meant to send this to me." And so when she said that, I don't think you meant to send this to me, like, that was sort of like a cute little way to say, hey, I'm aware now that you're talking about me. But I think that this is the part that also, I listened to Rachel's, like, response, and what I heard from her. Okay, have y'all ever thought you mattered to somebody, especially to somebody that's kind of like big time, and you thought you mattered to them, and then you find out that you really don't matter to them like you thought you did? And that's what yeah, it was like some mean girl mess. And that's what I think kind of, and I'm not saying that Rachel was hurt, but I think that that was sort of like the thing that hurt Rachel's feelings, because she probably, Siobhan's got a little, well, I shouldn't say little. Siobhan has a ministry, she has a following, and, she constantly posts, but there's been some times, there's been some instances, and there's been some prophecies. And she's backpedaled. Like she said, Trump was only going to be president for 2 years, and that he was going to get impeached. Well, she was somewhat right, because he the third year he did get impeached. He got impeached, but he didn't get removed from office. And so, I remember it was some people, and she had said she was going to come off of social media. But I think that you got to just get some tough skin, you know. And that can be, yeah, Vicky. I think that that's what hurt her, is that Rachel probably liked and respected and esteemed Siobhan in some kind of regard, and then to find out Siobhan wasn't necessarily feeling her like she thought. And y'all stop playing with people. Y'all stop playing with people. Stop telling folks they your brother, that you my cousin, you my best friend. Y'all stop the bull. Cut the bull crap. If you ain't feeling somebody and you think that, you at a level, just like, it's been sometimes with people with me. I thought that I might have been closer, and I found, because they going to have a way, they going to either tell you or they going to show you who they are. And, I guess Rachel can just walk away and say, you know what, now, now I know. And all of them, because a lot of people post pictures and really think that they can dress, and they can't. Me and one of my friends, we be sending pictures back and forth to each other too. It was like, ooh, they look like Halloween. Ooh, that girl, she fat and she need a good girdle on, and then they just had like a convocation somewhere, and you had all these people posting pictures, and shoot, let me tell you something, chicks. Let me tell you something. If y'all stop getting these ugly clothes that somebody is making in their kitchen, okay? Don't stop, and with bows and flowers everywhere. Let me tell you, stop it. Stop it. Save your coin and get you a nice dress from Saks, from Neiman. I don't care if you can't afford. Get you a good $400 or $500 a bad black dress. Get you a bad white dress, and you work that, and you work though that white, and you work black until you can save up you some more money. But don't you, and if you got anything in your closet that is scuba material, I want you to take it out tonight and put it in the trash. If you can't wear some, because y'all are making these folks money and making them rich, and these cheap wannabe custom suits and stuff, I don't wear them. I wear designer clothes off the rack. I ain't getting nothing custom made, and I ain't coming out. Let me say. And then you got to carry your look from head to toe. You got to be together. And then let me say this. Let me help y'all. I'm helping you tonight. If you post something on social media, you can't get offended if you get ridicule or criticism, because it's social media. And everybody may not like you. And everybody may not be feeling what you're doing. So if you going to post your picture and you thought you looked good, then you thought you looked good. But some of us going to think you look like a clown. You look like Halloween. You look stupid. You look dumb. That don't look nice. I'll tell you to your face. You look dumb. You look horrible. Why would you waste your money? So anyway, okay, let's see. Some people say, but who are we to drag or hurt people's feelings about negative opinions of them? Well, we are still human beings. And Brenda, if I send you a picture of something that I see, we have a mutual friend or whatever, and I send you, and you and I are tight, and I send you the picture, then that's us chatting. That's us chatting. That's us talking. Period. That's us. And so we don't have to necessarily drag them, but we may not may or may not agree with how they, with how they look. I'm very fashion forward, but I don't care what somebody else says. I don't care. I like it. But some of it is like, are you really for real? I think sometimes it's funny that when somebody really thinks that they like dressed up and uh and they look dumb or they look horrible. You know? Yeah. You stupid. You pathetic. God, yeah, this is, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Let me tell you something. And some of these trolls, like, I'm for real. You supposed to be a man. You supposed to be a full man, and you don't have nothing better to do than troll me. For real, I'm all of that. I'm all of that and some. Cause you are paying, cause you are paying attention to me at 2 o'clock in the morning. You're on my live watching me. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get off of here. It was some other stuff that I wanted to talk about, but I did get a chance to get into it. Again, my Cash App is $ Sir William G. Mccray, Mccrayiii. And so we welcome and appreciate you for your donations and your kindness, your acts of kindness. Hey, my Morehouse brother Devon Settles is on. All right. Devon is on. Levi, I don't know who that is. Some others are on. I've been there through thick and the thin for this person and found out I was being used. Oh, wow. Well, I tell you what, Vicky. I tell you what, at least you found out. At least you found out and you found out. And so now you know how to proceed. So, but anyway, I just thought that was funny. You know, and I just thought it was really funny that I guess Shabazz sent the thing to the girl that she was talking about and that's a lesson to all of us. I thought there was a lesson to all of us. So so funny, so funny. So hopefully those two ladies can get it together and be able to move forward and not fall out and still be girlfriends or whatever, because that's what we supposed to be able to do. But me, if I don't like you, I hate you forever. It ain't no forgiveness. It ain't no turn back. It ain't no comeback. Is it? I just come on. I hate your mom. I hate your daddy. I hate your grandma. I hate your kids. I hate your dog. I hate your cat. I hate but that's me. So yeah, that's how I am. When I fall out with you, we done fell all the way out. And every time, it was just like it was this very bourgeois woman, and I think she was in back business and professional women or something with my grandmother. Her name was Teola Sanders, and she worked for the city of Oakland. And if Miss Sanders didn't like you and say, that she was always on a lot of charities and boards and stuff like that, and they'll say, oh, well, we can use X, Y, and Z and get them to spot. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Oh, they're horrible. They're awful. They're this and that. If Teola Sanders didn't like you, then she hated you, and you never got a chance to live it down. And every chance she had to remind you, she reminded and told everybody. Cause baby, if I hate you, you can't. I ain't gonna have you take your dog. I wouldn't have some of you take I wouldn't have you take my dog to the dog pound. And some of this trash wanna sit up. Who wanna sit up and text somebody? And then all you doing is texting me. Run up. Run up. If you so bad, meet me. Everybody know who I am. Come to the church. Come. I promise you. Stop sending these texts. What you texting for? I'm going to destroy you. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, this is on the internet about you. Oh, okay. Who gives a damn? I'm still all of that. And still holding almost 200 people at 2 o'clock in the morning. Please. I'm Sir William. All right, y'all. I'm going to get off here. I can't remember. It was something else I wanted to talk about. But the hour is far spent, so I'm gone. Send your cash apps, please. Please send your donations. And the new site. They thought, they bought my name. You hate me so much, you gonna go to GoDaddy and buy my name. I didn't even want it anymore. And then, what's his name, thought that, I'm not gonna send your files to your new webmaster. Oh, and we snatched them off your server. Along with the other information on you that I'm gonna post. How about that? I've got good hackers. Yes. You'll see. But I'm going to send it to your boss first. How about that? Vince. How about that? And all of the board members at AIB. Check it. Just because I got quiet don't mean I'm not going to get even. All right. Okay, who is this? Adrian says, you can't forgive. You may break ties, but you still forgive. I don't see. Oh, baby, you don't know me that well. I am still all of that. Yes. Yes. Okay, y'all. I'm getting off. Thank you for watching Sunday Night Live with none other than yours truly, Sir William. I'll be on at 2 o'clock tomorrow on B Talk 100. So definitely log on and listen to the radio show. Like and share. Tell all your friends about me and all that good stuff. We had a lot of good topics and good conversation tonight. So thank y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Also, follow me on Instagram and follow me on, Twitter. Follow me on Instagram and follow me on Twitter as well. All right? And this week, the site will be launched. I'm so excited. All right, y'all. Love you. Thank you. Send those cash apps. Who is this? Thank you so much, Adrian. I appreciate you. Good night.